In just a few short episodes, our man Nita's life has been turned upside down, his home has been invaded, his job is actually going quite well. And with some extra characters being introduced, especially this one who is momentarily homeless without a way back to the original world. What else is going to happen? Who's going to get involved? But most importantly, is there enough salmon roe or antique vases to go around? Starting strong. Okay, I see. Being homeless has not really stopped her in her pursuits of food. Although, I don't think these were legally obtained. There's only so often she can use this way of feeding herself. Is there now going to be a homeless alliance? Does she have a problem with police? And where is here? Oh. So it's all like commune. I guess they're not entirely homeless. So is she now going to learn a few life lessons and embrace her new life? And does there need to be so many bowls of food for her? I'm pretty sure I'm going to mention it almost every time. But imagine if you were pulled into a strange new place with almost no connections in the world. Are you going to be able to just slip in and join society normally? He was the one that, ratted her out earlier, wasn't it? Or was he? So even if they are homeless, there's no need to resort to petty theft. Sometimes some people forget their change. I mean, the gap under there is probably big enough for you to look under as well to see if there's anything. Can exchange. You won't be getting a lot, but it's a lot of hard work. And this way you won't have the, police after you for shoplifting. And there's a... Well, that is if you start buying stuff. But that guy has a lot of dignity, doesn't he? Still having the kind of pride not to fall on the wrong side of the law and put in the effort. A lot of people have different reasons as to how they seem to have lost everything. As long as it's not a surcharge. Being homeless is a tough world. Oh, she's made immediate friends. I guess this would get some officials to look into it, possibly, but she's not there for entertainment. Ah. So he's still covering for her. He taught her the beginnings of how to survive in this world. Is she actually tone deaf? This really helps the drink go down. A great song. But I guess there's one way of looking at it. They would all had some form of family at some point. And then they've got something to look after, don't they? And is anyone else going to just see her collecting cans? I feel like later on, though, her previous escapades with the other stores are going to come back to bite her. I mean, she and the rest of them could have easily needed that money, but when she if it was just for herself, then yeah, she wouldn't accept handouts as much as a pride, but hearing that everyone there is suffering. But that should keep him going for a little while. Maybe they'll still be out collecting cans. No, she is eternally grateful. Ah, shit. Let me guess, everything she stole comes to exactly 40,000 yen. Close. Hang on, wasn't 640 what she got for the cans last... when she handed them in? And now that she's not going to have them on her back. It's where it went last time. They're a lot... That's a smile. But they're a lot... a lot more reasonable than any beggar or homeless person I've seen around here. Every time. Is there any point of her going to school? She's just going to be asleep. And what about when her results and exams start coming back? What's Nita got to say about that? Has she even talked about getting a proper wage? There we go. Maybe so. But also, did she get that outfit tailor-made for her? Like, you've been here once, you look good, work for me. Oh, extortion. A great... And now, 1 for 1. They both have dirt on each other. Stalemate. Yeah, why don't you swap phones, then delete them? But I made a copy. There we go. And that's how we all get into a line of work. And immediately quite good at her new profession. I heard vice principal. And after she's tried so hard just then to make sure the school don't find out, it could cause an incident if she was found out to be working, especially in a bar. Good attempt. I don't think contorting your face to that extent is going to work too much. And now it's down to who gives out first. This does seem like a incident that he's going to have to report if it's the case. Hurry up and get making his order, though. Don't make him wait. Well, because even though he's the teacher, they seem to have fallen down such a road already. People these days just don't seem to age the same. She can say some quite harsh words in her mind. Most of the slow jazz. She seems quite refined in her ways of making that drink. And no need for any weird faces being pulled while she was making it. I mean, there is a art form, I guess, in bartending and making drinks, but is there like that vast a difference you can get in taste just from a few limited ingredients? Is that a face of someone who's enjoying their job or quietly resigned to their fate? And how much are those two drinks going to come down to? How much are they charging? Those damn doppelgangers coming around looking like people we know. And just like that, this place is gaining more customers by the day. If she can carry on with her schoolwork and get some, money in the bank. Why shouldn't he have the extra people? Swap places for a day or two. See how they do. Whose imagination is this one in? She has started to reflect on her actions so that she doesn't get kicked out. She's acting odd. She's on cleaning duty. I can only tell this is not going to go how you're picturing it. I actually think that would be exactly how you'd react if she did manage to tidy and clean properly. And now she's daydreaming she's going to run into everything. Start. Didn't seem to have that long a cord. Good save. Forgot about the other one. Maybe he should start, weighing them down or putting them in like some sort of protective case. Okay, deal with the one issue at a time, and that's gone forever. Put it back in the fridge. Don't think you've quite earned it yet. There should be good energy for working hard afterwards. Is it because you didn't earn it properly? Or it means that she's trying to avoid being thrown out. So it's gone bad. How long was it in the fridge? That's why it tasted a bit funny. Well, what started off as just one broken vase and some water on the floor and a lost duvet. The path to homelessness is... No, the path to homelessness is paved in good intentions. As a twist on the saying goes. So what, next episode we will be... back in the homeless camp, but with a new inhabitant. I will say, growing up, me and my brothers were forced to do like household chores and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure all of us would try to do them as poorly as possible so we wouldn't have to do them again. But we didn't have the threat of being kicked out looming over our heads. Might have changed how much effort I put in. And at what point is it going to be where this many people kind of frequent the bar? Rock and roll. And obviously we go from one person who puts in the effort, struggles, generally cares about people around her, and everyone who seems to somewhat fall into the high life, and she did attempt. Sometimes good intentions and effort are not rewarded. And in others, all of your past deeds come back to haunt you. But now she's completely paid off that debt to the store association. Time to start again. Build up a new life, collect those cans. Even if you are going to have to collect 2 or 3 bags and travel even further. And sure, giving people who are down on their luck handouts and money not always the best thing. Not everyone has the same kind of work ethic. And as we saw in the camp, if they did come into a large sum of money, it might just go straight into alcohol. Doesn't really help them, does it? But of course, I'm not one to even think about solving all the socio-economic problems in the world. I can almost only handle my own finances. But of all of the bars and all of the world, why did he have to walk into that one? Going face to face with someone you know when you're in a job where you really shouldn't be there is one thing, but being the people that you're actively trying to avoid, being your school, and who you're almost blackmailed into making sure you have the job, I'm glad it worked out well. Do you think there'd be some sort of laws in place to make sure that minors couldn't work in a bar? Maybe some investigation needs to be done on the owner. Especially with her apparent distaste for the police. But after everything we've seen, certain characters have definitely jumped up in my estimations and how much I like seeing them. So hopefully you'll be looking out for more. If you enjoyed this one, let me know down below. Maybe even leave a like and a comment. And if you want to help this channel grow, maybe even consider subscribing. I really do appreciate it. More than you can probably imagine. But right now, I'm not going to do housework. Might just take a rest. Maybe you will too. See you in the next one. My patrons are the one that has the incriminating evidence that keeps me in the job that is my channel, despite who I might come into contact with on a daily basis. But whether you all come in for a martini, highball, or even just a classic pint, I'm going to try and keep this bar well stocked for you. So you can thank the likes of Sal, Electric Ant, Arthea, Noku, Raywin, Shiwan, Mecha, Matt, Stinsfire, Jennifer Rojas, Big Boy, Girly, Kite, Saltytron, Rasmus, Poulsen, Dano123, Dark Shadow 7899, Cardboard, Maurizio Lozano, and everyone else.